There it is. All right. And here they come. All the assholes will be here momentarily to watch our show.
Are they?
Who cares? We're going to do it anyway. They can watch it in the morning. Ross, help me with this.
What else they got to watch tonight, though?
Yeah, who gives a shit? It's Monday Night TV. Pull that up one more time for me. I'm going to try to angle this back a little bit.
Hey, I drank an energy center earlier, so I'm not going to fall asleep in tonight's broadcast.
You sure?
Just so you know.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Joey says he's not going to fall asleep, everybody. Shout out. Welcome.
You connected his Wi-Fi?
I did connect to the Wi-Fi.
That's right, let's go kids. I've never known.
I need your phone, I guess, to watch the stream so you can see comments.
Shout out to Red Hot Chili Peppers tonight.
Let's check it one more time, make sure everything's good. We're looking good. Can we get some feedback? How's the volume? How's everything looking?
Oh yeah, I need to get into the chat. That's right. I'll be covering it. I got chat tonight.
We both got chat, boy. We can't not watch the chat. Tell your hoes to leave us alone tonight. We got business to handle.
Yo, let me get in on this so I can like read comments and shit.
Turn that down. Check it out. Chris Boone is watching. Y'all both still ugly. You already know, eh? That's why I fuck with you.
Just want to let AFN know I repped the affiliate nation today in kickball and threw 5 scoreless innings in our 5-4 win over the other team.
We got a nice 20. That's our
you got a second phone. That's messing with me. That's messing.
Don't be trippy. I'll turn it down.
Is that Ross's phone?
It is Ross's phone.
I know that's Ross's phone.
You already know. You gotta keep.
You just had that thing in your hand like almost all day yesterday.
A couple hours. Oh yeah, I had to give it to Danny though.
Yeah, money's good.
Shout out to Danny Longerbeam yesterday for covering live stream for me after I got dehydrated.
Shout out to Adam Vanata for coming through in the clutch with this power bank for my phone. Much love and appreciation. He's been talking about that for a couple years.
Man, that feels like an eternity ago. Yeesh. How many of you thought that was live, by the way? Just wondering. That was 2018. 2018. That was about, I'd say, June, right about the time we were getting ready for playoffs. You remember that time period, Rosser? Way back in the day? Adrenaline Rush, Mayhem, AFN, the program. Man, oh man. Was flag football crazy? And you know what's even crazier, Ross, is we've always talked about certain dates and anniversaries and the meaning of them and everything else. May 21st is coming up next week. People sit there and say, why is May 21st so significant? What is it about May 21st that happened? May 21st, 2017 was when I streamed Broad Axe and Red Knights for the first time. And then that was when it all began. You remember the comeback, Ross? When Broad Axe and Red Knights played and the Knights were up 14-0. And then the blown lead.
That was a good game.
The comeback.
That was a good game, bro.
Dude, that game changed everything. That morning changed everything. That was a 10:30 kickoff. That was the game where the Knights died and led to where we are today. My, oh my, May 21st, 2017. May 21st, 2018. The first time Tyler, you and I sat in the garage and talked about flag football for the first time. Damn. I got to say, fellas, it's been a hell of a ride. And you know what next Friday is? May 21st, once again.
Yeah.
I think we got to...
It's going to be a little different,
A little different, but you know what? the weekend is coming up. I think we need to have a 4-year anniversary party. I think it's time we get the gang back together. Tonight, though, let's talk about the Keystone Flag Football League. I'm your host, Joey Blaze. Joining me tonight, as always, is Ross Collins.
Yeah, I'm back here.
Keith Giles may have fallen asleep.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on here.
Yeah, originally we were going to make up for last night's internet issues on the extra yard of Keith Giles. But Keith, I think, passed out. He's had a long day of work and playing pool. And so, our shout out to Mr. Giles, represented right here in the Killer Bees jersey, that old school yellow. When we came to the KFFL in 2019, who could ever forget that first season up there? Crazy where things are now. How much has changed in the era of Uncut, Ross, in the last 4 years? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Well, last week, no rain. By the way, chat line is open. Anybody wants to join in, feel free. Last week, rain came in, screwed everything up. We were stuck with no football all weekend for anybody who played 9-man in this area. And as a result, Reckless Villains had off both Saturday and Sunday, from what I was hearing.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Reckless Villains?
They're reckless.
A
Bunch of reckless villains.
Yeah, watch those scoundrels. They beat us last year. Remember that? When we lost to the Villains?
Scoundrels.
And you and Tyler cried about it afterwards. Like, you guys were like crying teardrops and
Oh, what's that?
that's what TJ said.
Oh, I don't think so.
We got the rematch though. We did get the rematch. Shout out Reckless Villains. I still dig this font. This is like the most badass logo font.
Man, that's a game that ruined my knee.
I'm still sure the Green Machine one was the one that did you in.
Nah, that was.
You should have
Well,
retired.
okay, so I don't know if I can argue did me in part, but the reckless villains definitely started it.
Yeah, and the Green Machine finished it.
Yeah,
How's it feel your last game was against the Green Machine?
it was a win.
Win is a win is a win. Facts is facts is facts. But let's get to it. Week number 5, Keystone Flag Football season. We missed last week. God, no football. Shit sucks.
Yeah.
So no recap. I'm gonna do a power rankings for Keystone. So no power rankings.
Damn rain, man.
Dude, I was at least glad though, like that Eric sent out a message early about it. Like I found out at 6:30. We've been a part of leagues where you don't know if you're rained out or not till about the time you usually arrive. Whether, it'd be one place or another. That's happened a lot. I'm just glad Eric made the call early. Some guys got mad about it and said, well, Martinsburg had no rain and all that. And I'm like, Martinsburg, Shippensburg they're not border towns. You got about a whole state before you get into PA. And when you get up there, you're going to the northern part of Franklin County, right by the border.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was pouring down up here. I will tell you in Hagerstown, it was coming down.
Right here.
Yeah, so if it was raining here, I imagine it was coming down heavy up there. And truthfully, I looked at the field pictures. That middle is looking a little bit scratched up right now, kind of little Marty Snook like. That being said, I was driving by Marty Snook earlier. Marty's looking pretty nice. I really hope football is played there this fall. I really do. Marty Snook is great facility. Shippensburg, great facility. Love what they do with that field. I got to give it to Parks and Rec up there. They do a great job. They take care of the fields. We do have a new park ranger who's involved with running the league right now. That's been one of the things. Tyler Fairchild has stepped away from that role. The new guy coming in, I don't have a name, but from what I was told, he was on a team a couple of years ago in the first KFFL season, so he's a KFFL OG.
Good deal, good deal.
He was on the only team who scored on X-Dogs at spring of 2018. Man, spring 2018.
The only team to score on the X-Dogs.
Yeah.
Season.
Bees couldn't, Gators couldn't, Browns couldn't, Spartans couldn't. Not the Don Brown Spartans.
What was the scoring differential in that season?
I'm pretty sure that I
Something to
did.
6, right?
I want to say.
They probably didn't even make that.
So let's put it like this: X-Dogs surrendered 8 points in 11 games.
Yeesh.
Yeah, X-Dogs were like the Scorpions in
So they went
OFFL
for 2
last
and
year.
got it.
Yeah, they got it.
Good for them.
And they were like a bunch of college students from Shippensburg University.
Well, we've been,
Yeah.
probably late in the game, had the youth.
They had the youth. Probably could learn it, you know. So it's pretty good we had some people involved.
There you go.
I know we're getting more park staff. That's something we got to be notable. You know, be mindful, guys. We are getting new people from the park in charge soon. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out. We're doing a good job. We've behaved really well this season. It's been a really good season up there. That's the thing I like about Ship, though. That park is nice. It's a little secluded. It's a good place to be at on Saturday mornings. That being said, what's the games this week? Let me get to my top of my head. Oh, yeah, I got it now. First game of the week. All right. But first, let's talk about the teams right now. Let's talk about all 7 teams. This is my little corner to talk whatever, so I'm just going to say what's on my mind. Right now, we're kind of about the halfway through KFFL season. After this, we got about 2 more weeks of the regular season. And then playoffs, I don't know if Eric's going 1 day or 2 days. I'm still kind of out of the loop there. I know the rain delay might have messed things up. I know AC has messed things up a little bit. So that's something being worked on. Right now, halfway through, though, here's my opinions on the team. Let's start out. Let me rank all 7. Let me do my rankings. Not a power rankings, just my personal opinion rankings.
All right, let's make that clear.
These aren't power rankings, guys. These are my own personal Joey Blaze, 100% certified, organic
100%
opinion.
certified.
Organic, sir. Organic. That's even better. But like I'm trying to say here, bottom of the barrel right now is the Outlaws.
Yeah.
The Outlaws have not scored a point.
They've never done that.
But
You gotta put something together.
man,
Just start throwing weird stuff out there and see if it sticks.
run the I formation. That's what I did.
Throw something out there, see if it sticks. That's the best advice I can give.
You know what they need to do? They still need to bring in Andy Hoffman. That's my advice. I still want that needs to be a thing. It's too late though. But I don't know. The Outlaws, they're in a tough spot, man. Like, I don't think they should be this bad. Like, they have enough guys who've been around the game for enough time that, like, and I know it's tough because, like, I don't know. It's a tough situation.
Problem with the Outlaws, Joey?
There's no leader.
Quarterback.
There's no definitive leader of that team. Like, Grant's a guy, he's a coach, don't get me wrong. I think there's still a lot about the leader part. He's got to get down on that for Flag. I think he'll get there. Like, he's inexperienced at it. I'm not saying he's not a leader. I'm just saying he lacks that experience on this 9-man level.
He could
He's a high school coach at
he
nature.
could still come play for the Warriors on Sundays and learn a couple things.
I hear you guys have a couple of spots on Sunday.
Yeah, we do.
Always down
Always there.
to take down the Spartan gang.
It's gonna be a fun game.
We lost to Broadax, didn't we? Ugh.
That wasn't so much fun.
Yeah.
Moving on, we're not even talking about that. KFFL, Outlaw.
Outlaw.
This delicious. Outlaws.
Yeah, Outlaws.
Yeah. Who's next?
Yeah. West Virginia, Benham. My personal opinion on Benham. This is a team where Lucas is essentially carrying them right now on offense. Lucas is a one-man wrecking crew. He's doing that Justin Fox shit from back in the day when Fox would run around, make guys miss. Some guys have tried to compare him to TJ. I don't think they're the same type of quarterback. They're like, I don't see that.
No.
When I watch them play, they're both different to me. Like the way Lucas plays.
I like to compare him to Robbie B. Sparks.
Man, that Venom versus. Can we make Venom versus Venom a thing? I want to see
It needs to
Robbie
happen.
Sparks
It
versus
does. I think
Lucas.
it'd
That
be-
needs to be a thing.
I think Robbie B. Sparks, Venom probably win, but
Let me tell you, if we have,
Pretty good
hey,
game.
Charm
Needs to
City
happen.
Classic, can we get West Virginia Venom in, and can they have a day one game with
Yeah.
the Maryland Venom? That needs to happen. I want to see Robbie Sparks versus Lucas Hall. That needs to be a showdown. Like that would be entertaining just to see like how both teams play.
yeah.
Venom, other than that, their defense is stout. They play physical, they play tough. You know, they got that trademark of a West Virginia team. Tough defense, good in the trenches. They want if their D line gets there, their corners will always make the plays. But basically, I really like what they're doing so far. I hope they grow more. They get more guys on there and keep expanding that roster and building more depth.
Huge potential.
There's definitely potential with the West Virginia Venom. Their biggest thing right now is, you know, they're basically the number 3 team in their state. You know, they're behind the Spartans, they're behind the Villains. That's the biggest struggle that the West Virginia Venom have. But if they keep their pieces together and they keep growing as a unit, and maybe even get some more Cranley members involved, that might change things up a little bit. Might make things a little interesting. We'll see where Lucas Hall's going, man. Lucas is going to be the most interesting player to watch. He's young. He's an all-around athlete. His biggest thing right now is, can he take that next step and be the guy? We'll see. Number 5. Who do I got right now? That's a tough one. I have to go prime time, really. Prime time has not played KFFL under the name of Prime Time. I have to really specify that.
Yeah.
The last time they played was the Killer Bees a month ago.
I was gonna say, I feel like
We haven't
heard
seen them
from
since that weekend. That was the last time we saw Prime Time, was that weekend.
Wow.
Dude. And don't get me wrong, they're getting work in, you know. When D Will is charged in 717 Elite, you have some of the same guys popping up. That's why they weren't at KFFL 2 weeks ago. They were in Richmond because they booked themselves in 2 different places under 2 different names. It happens. You get confused after a while. Communications get crossed. And it's an accident, you know. Business.
Something.
You know,
Something.
what does prime time even have? Like, is Chad coming back? Is anybody coming back?
No idea.
I don't know what's even expected out of this team. The potential's there. My God, if they play to their full potential, they could probably win this league.
Why do you have them over Venom?
Because they beat them.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Regular season results are a big deal to me.
I really, I mean, I've watched a couple like bits and pieces of games, but I haven't paid too much attention.
Yeah.
Who's next?
We're already doing this show here because my internet's trash.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Keith's not here.
He's not here.
I blame Keith.
We're throwing it back to 2020, 6 months ago. Welcome back to Keystone Korner. There we go. Next.
Who you got?
Reckless Villains,
yeah.
Because
I was gonna say that.
Dame's got to tell me what's going on with that whole VFFA situation, because all I've been hearing about was how I need to go down to Harrisonburg and film the Villains all season, and then the day of the playoffs they're not there, they forfeit. What's going on with the Villains? And then last week, Crab's in the comments talking about guys leaving. What's going on with the Reckless Villains? Now, don't get me wrong. As long as they got the guy, they're good. And I'm talking about Chris Tivis. With Chris Tivis there, they are going to be hard to beat. With Chris Tivis on the field, I still think they have a shot at winning this league.
I've been waiting for you to bring him up because I know he's probably not even gonna watch this until tomorrow.
He watches
morning.
everything. Yeah,
And then he'll comment on it like it's live. As he's watching it, he'll comment on it.
He does do
it
that.
Popped up. Yeah, it popped up the other day after your other live. I was like, man, Tibbs is out here watching this. He even commented literally as he was watching it.
Dame's explanation is it's TJ. Jokes that nobody gets. I mean,
man.
Yeah, so reckless villains. They got some pretty great talent on there as well, along with Tivis, Cannon Hall, our guy.
They do have
Ed Guerrero, our guy. I trained him once at a grocery store. He worked with me way back in the day. Jace Denham, he's a great guy. Does work.
Nick Rowland too.
Nick Rowland, yeah. So they got Trey's on the team. Our guy Trey, yeah. So they got 6. Okay, they got 6.
Best flag puller around.
You remember the time Trey destroyed the Killer Bees O-line? That was glorious.
Yes, I do.
That was great. Yo though.
I remember it was like 3 plays later. I was like, wait, hold on. Where's Trey? Trey! He's hurt his thumb or something.
And then we
hurt his hand pulling so many flags.
Yeah, he hurt. He was eating that day.
He was eating so much he hurt his hand.
Our man was killing it. What else is going on? Yeah, so what's the reckless villains have left? So far they got TJ, Tivis, Ed, Jace, Nick, Cannon.
Did they beat the Bees? What's their record?
They haven't played the Bees yet. This is gonna be their first meeting on Saturday. Since the playoff game last year. You know that one. That's right, Coley and Wayne too. I literally forgot who they had on the roster. It's been a long 2 weeks away. I don't even think I've seen no, I wasn't paying attention that week. So I really haven't paid attention to the villains in a month. I'm way behind. I suck at being a media guy. This is why my career's going downhill.
All right.
Anywho. They have talent. When Boone shows up, there'll be a problem. Oh, definitely. If all those guys are there come playoff time, they'll be fine. It just depends when playoffs is, because if playoffs are on the 12th, Boone says he might be out of town for a tournament. So, but there's always plenty of time for him to swing by on his way to a tournament. He hasn't said where it is yet. Actually, no. He said AFFL in Florida. So, Boone's going to...
Yeah, that'd be tough to swing by Shippensburg on your way to Florida.
But, Boone's going to, get a helicopter. That's what's going to happen. We're going to get a helicopter with Boone's face on it, and it's going to fly around giving Boone rides to different tournaments. The Chris Chopper.
We're going to go live in the helicopter.
Live in a helicopter. I like it. I love it. Let's do it. Anywho, as we continue. Reckless villains, man. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, let's move on. We've already spent too much time.
Number 3.
The Bees.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you, Killer Bees, they're doing a lot of work these days. They just won 5-man rec over at East Coast Nationals. Ocean City appearance. Playing in YAFFL on Sunday.
I'm proud of them for going to Ocean City, though, man.
I am, dude. Here's the thing.
Some of the Warriors have yet to do. I always said they would do.
Yeah, if you take your team on the circuit one time, that's an achievement because not every team makes it. People forget. A lot of teams play at a rec level but don't ever travel.
It's tough to travel.
It is, especially around here. 4-state's tough because we're way over on the other side. The Ocean City people say, well, that's not far for you guys, but it's for a lot of guys, it's Marvin line. It's getting off work, it's family. And some guys, they'll say, well, other people have that problem, but a lot of the job base around here is weekend base. And A lot of guys who play locally play on a rec level casually, and that's not saying their skill level is that way. Their skill level is BA, give or take. We got guys who could play.
That's why I was hyping up Sabu when he had a sack on.
I was happy
Costa.
for Shane. Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Shane's like, is he good?
Shane has
like,
no idea.
One of the best, bro. One of the best.
Yeah, that was awesome. That makes me happy to see guys like me know, like especially Shane. I've known Shane for 17 years now.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time.
And Shane on the Killer Bees could be a real big force. Same for the other weapons they have on there. A lot of great talent. Taylor Suitors.
Villains, they got.
Yeah, Moats on there.
Carlos,
Tyler.
Chad, Tyler. Shoot.
Polo.
Got flared on it. Polo.
Yeah. Keith Giles. They got Keith Giles. They got Houston.
That's his QB, right?
No, they got Tay. Tay's quarterback.
Has that happened yet?
Yeah, he was. He showed up in week 3.
Did
he? Yeah.
And played quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did.
He destroyed the Outlaws. And yeah. And Venom. And they got Lurie. Lurie's our guy. Buffalo Lurie.
Oh, dirt. My man.
Lurie's our guy, man. Lurie's our guy.
Dude, he's funny as hell.
Who else they got we like? Half the guys be like, you forgot me. No, I'm just.
Yeah. Honestly, I really.
The other half get what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah.
Some true warriors on that team. Some true warriors on that Bees team.
All right, number 2.
We didn't even talk about the fucking Bees.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't. We said we had good players. We're not talking about their season. I've been saying. Here's the thing about the Bees. If they get everybody together, they'll be fine. But the problem is right now is that like.
I'm gonna ask the same question I did about the.
What's the record?
Yeah, it's not you.
0-1, lost to the Spartans. Next game was prime time. They won that 1-1.
That's right. Yep.
And then they won Outlaws and Venom 3-1, and they haven't played since. So this is their first game in a month for KFFL too, but they played Ocean City. The Bees got a lot of talent. They really do. It's just the biggest thing with them is like who shows up, how it's used, and everything else. Like I said for a while now, I'm good. But the leadership quality with the Bees is they got a lot of guys, but someone had pointed out week 1 they didn't have Larry, Tay, or Tyler. When that happens, well, who's in charge? You got to have someone next in line, right? When you had to miss games because of other commitments, someone's got to be in charge, right?
Yeah.
When your boss leaves work and there's no one around, someone's got to be in charge, right? I don't know. I'm just thinking of examples. If they get everybody, they'll be fine. Like I said, playoffs will tell a different story. It's just a matter of what's their team going to look like because Tay's only been there 1 week for 6 quarters. And, is Tay going to have the chemistry down with that team? He'll have Larry, he'll rely on Larry a good bit. But will he have the full connection? Like, yeah, they put up points against Outlaws and Venom. But it's Outlaws. In the Venom game, they did put up points. I'll give them that. But they're a team that I feel like that's the hard thing about the judge about this season. A lot of teams are just coming out with different looks every week. It's kind of like a county-esque season more so, where you get different looks throughout the season, and then the full picture is at playoffs. Mm-hmm. If Bees had everybody show up, they can win it. We'll see what happens, though. Like I said, it's all about playoffs. June's a whole other month. Number 2 right now, I got the X-Dogs. Don't get me wrong. 28-4 is their record at Shippensburg Memorial Park.
What's the record this season?
Undefeated right now.
And you have them
But,
undefeated.
3 of the losses, But like I said, with the X-Dogs, they still could go. Like, they shown they can still compete. People rag on their Ocean City performance, but their Ocean City performance, they had a tough draw. Riots.
Sure, this isn't power rankings.
No, this is me just breaking down what I think of every team. There's no power to these rankings. These are just opinion rankings.
It's kind of like a bullshit power ranking.
I don't have any bullshit rankings, sir. I just only speak from the heart.
I don't know how you can't put X-Dogs first.
Because right now there's a new sensation in the 4-state that's running this area, and I think it's going to win both leagues.
I think so.
I think so.
That's what's up. Anyway, X-Dogs.
And I think from the pure chaos killer bee connection with both. Nah, joke don't work. I'm gonna move on. X-Dogs, yeah, they still got it. I just think the Spartans are a better team right now. Tri-State is like growing every week. They've had some tough competition over the last month. They've had to play prime time like twice, technically, because 7-1-7 elite.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they played Bob Moore twice, which is fucking hard if you're a defender. I feel bad for the defenders. Could you imagine having to go against Champ Moore like twice in a month in like a 2-week span? As like a D lineman. Yeah, I'd hate to do that. That sounds terrible. But like they played them, they played Bad Boys, they played Baez Auto. The Spartans are the most seasoned and tested team out there. 100 for real. And I feel like with this Spartans team, they are the best in the 4-state, period. And I don't think there's any way to dispute that at the moment. They proved it not just in KFFL, they've gone and prove it over at the developmental league under the bridge.
They're both undefeated, right?
They have not lost a game this season. They both have.
More games.
Spartans.
All right, fair enough.
And that's what I was saying. Tri-State's number one. And I think this year they're about to run away with it. Damn Dame is bringing the adrenaline to that pass rush. And the intensity just keeps growing every week. Brady and Kenton are tough, but I don't know, man. I just don't know anymore. Let's get to predictions. Schedule. Kicking it off. 8 a.m. We got X-Dogs, Villains. First ever meeting between these two. Or second meeting, sorry. They just played a month ago. I just posted that game the other day. You can tell I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody blames Keith.
Hashtag blame Keith.
That's a
Ciao.
you know, so you better Jeez.
X-Dogs, Villains.
Second meeting all time. X-Dogs won the first game 14-12. Matt versus TJ. I like this matchup.
I got X-Dogs.
You got X-Dogs? I got
Yeah.
X-Dogs too. It depends, man. If Boone shows up, they'll be fine.
I got X-Dogs.
Regan has X-Dogs by 2 touchdowns at 8 a.m. Probably because Villains will probably have 8. They are literally the TBT of last
Is that
season.
what time this game starts?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely X-Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, they're literally having the same season we had
Villains
last
gonna
year.
have
That's weird.
5 people out there. Can they play with 5?
Yeah, your minimum's
Is
got to
it gonna
be
be a
6
forfeit?
or 7, I
Can we
think.
bring up the list?
No,
Yeah.
that happens. We all should just jump
Yeah,
in.
definitely if it starts at 8 a.m. Yeah, X-Dogs all the way. At least 2 touchdowns.
X-Dogs just got to get out of bed and just
Yeah.
walk down the street. Villain's got to get up at 6 or
Probably
5.
camp out in the parking lot the night before.
That's what I would do. Have like a camp out. I pitched that to Paul Shade years ago with Survivors, having us all camp at Marty Snook overnight and just play the game next morning.
That'd be pretty well.
That'd be fun. Field party at Marty. Party at Marty. Party at Marty.
All right. Moving on.
All right, going back to the next game, second game of the day. I have X-Dogs, by the way.
Yeah, you already said that.
Yeah. I don't know. If Boone's there, it's different. If Boone's there, they win.
Boone ain't gonna be there at 8 a.m.
He might be.
I never saw Boone there at 8 a.m. Didn't we play there at like 9?
He was there twice at 8 a.m. when he
Was
played
he?
for us. Yeah. 3 times if you count Winter Chiller.
Yeah, I was okay.
Yeah, Leonard Chiller. That one time against the Bees,
Still got X Dogs.
and that Villains game.
Six other guys. If Boone's there.
Nah, Boone could beat him with 6 other guys if it's the right 6. If he's got Coley, Cannon, Wayne, and DJ, and and Guerrero. What? Oh, that's all they need.
I don't think so.
X Dogs corners won't be
All right,
able to cover.
what's the next game?
All right, next game. Killer Bees, Reckless Villains. First and foremost, shout out to Jay Black for doing that game a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
That was clutch because I was busy and Ross was on vacation and Tyler was also busy and Keith was playing and Ron said,
I don't think vacation is the right word.
you were at your sister's, I think. Or something.
Oh, bro, I was working the shed lot.
No, that was a Sunday game. You don't work sheds on Sunday.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I know your work schedule, motherfucker. Shit. What was the game? Oh, Bees and Villains, yeah. Ron Savage wasn't available. He was playing. Ant was in York on his way to Shippensburg because he showed up in the second half of the championship.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah. I saw Jay Black did a game recently too. Didn't
he went. I think he might have. He did go live for that one. I actually went back. He did a good job. Like he framed that really well.
he?
Yeah, like I went back and I converted it from because originally it was in portrait, but I went and made it in landscape. And so while it's like not a great picture shot, you can still see it like you're watching it normally. That was a good game though last year. 26-22 was the final with that one. Killer Bees got the win. TJ picked off by Lurie at the end. Classic game. Really good time down there last year at Ship. Should be a good rematch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing family stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game this time.
Who you got on this one?
I'm going to go with the Killer Bees. Unless Boone is there. If Boone's there, it's Boone.
I'm going to go Killer Bees too.
You want to go Cannon? Like, fuck. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bees.
Jesus.
I think Bees are going to be out there having a good time Saturday.
It's Tyler's birthday,
It's
so
Tyler's
you know they're
birthday.
going to fucking, yeah, Tyler's going to be.
It's going to be lit and legit.
Yeah. That's more lit than my 30th. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What's the next game?
This is a professional show, sir.
Right. So what's the next game?
Killer Bees in prime time.
You got Bees again.
I got I got Bees as well. Like I don't even know what prime time has at this point. Like it's a 717 Elite, but like ran by Ryan. Is it gonna be Gusto Land? Is it gonna be, dare I say it? Dare I say it? Doom Squad 2.0. And they don't finish the season.
I mean,
Or do they suffer the fate of top
you
soldiers?
still can't even compare them to Doom Squad.
Nah, there'd be more top soldiers in comparison.
Dude.
There'd be more like top soldiers. No one remembers top soldiers though.
Trey's here.
Trey's here. Where's Trey? Oh, I thought you said he
Don't
was.
forget you're still alive, bro.
Am I live? Are we live?
All right, what's the next game?
Did I even pick anybody?
Yeah, you picked the Bees. No,
Yeah,
you didn't.
Bees win. Bees win.
I mean, you essentially just picked because you.
Ryan says we'll be there ready to ball.
There
I
you go.
believe good. I hope y'all. I want you all to come back and like try to win this league because
They
like,
come out full force.
they definitely have the talent, dude. Like they're loaded. They got talent. They just their line is the problem. If they got the Baez line, they'd be fine. But I know that's something that probably won't work out.
Yeah, good Bees still. But I do hope Primetime comes ready to go.
I hope so too. I want Prime Time to succeed.
What's next game?
Prime Time and Outlaws.
I got Primetime.
I got Prime Time.
I want Outlaws to succeed, man. I really do. But I was rooting for them preseason. But I really think they just need to switch. Just say, let's see what. Just throw shit at the wall, see what sticks. Literally,
You know,
that's an old saying.
They need to start.
What?
You know, need to start the quarterback. Tom Matthews.
Have they been rocking with the same quarterback all season?
No, Devontae Korner was quarterback for a minute. And the other week, I can't remember his name anymore. Keith said it, but I don't want to butcher it because I don't or get it wrong.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They'll probably go with him again because I hear he was good. I wasn't watching I wasn't watching last week. I was busy.
Right? Huh? The left-handed guy, right?
I wasn't watching.
That was the one that I started watching thinking he was live.
Oh yeah, you pulled a Tivis.
Yeah.
You had an old man moment. Way to go.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, this isn't even live anymore.
Tivis does comment like it's live, and I literally will go through there and be like, what the fuck is he talking?
I got like 2 or 3 notifications the other day for it.
You'll get it like back to back to back. Chris Tivis commented on your video.
Yeah. I just got to work. I was like, what the hell is this?
So yeah, prime time. So my predictions: Villains and Boons there. X Dogs have not. Villains and Boons there. Bees have not. Bees, if Tay is there. Prime time have not. Prime time, no matter what Outlaws have. I think, yeah.
I said what I said.
You excited about 5-man on Sunday?
Yes, I am.
9-man and 5-man.
Oh,
it's going to be so fucking lit at KFFL, bro. Football's in full force. We got KFFL Saturday, 8 a.m., Villains, X Dogs.
There's no way X Dogs don't win that game.
Dude, you're underestimating.
At 8 a.m., that's all. That's it.
Look.
That's it.
Look, you got to understand. David Duncan says thumbs down because I picked prime time, I guess.
Is he on Outlaw?
Yeah, I think he is. And honestly, the only way that they can even lose to Outlaws is if they try to run David Duncan's way. Because David Duncan will wipe them out. Like he balls out, dude. He does work hard. Those Outlaw guys are tough. It's just I feel like they're lacking actual leadership on the offense. Sometimes you can compensate for any amount of talent if you have the right leader. That's why Rob Lane is successful at quarterback. Like that is a big reason why Rob Lane is successful. He adapts.
Yeah.
Like if they can get a quarterback, I'm not saying, you know what? Outlaws should sign Rob Lane. Let's make it happen. And hire Deuce Dutch as the head coach. I'd like to see it. This is my invitation. Deuce Dutch and Rob Lane come to KFFL and coach the Outlaws. I want that to happen. That needs to happen. What else we got? LMFL 9-man and 5-man. That's going to be crazy, dude. I think LMFL 5-man is going to actually be a pretty big hit. I like to see KFFL do the same thing. So try to have a 5-man lead to go with 9s. Because I think going forward, people talk about 8s and 5s for tournaments. I think 9s and 5s will be a popular draw too, if not a bigger draw than what the 8-man, 5-man FFWCT way of doing things would be. No slight to them. I like their work. But I'm more of a 9-man guy over 8-man. You guys, the triple threat flag and some sheds from Ross's shed lot, though. Yeah. What else we got? Anniversary next week, 4 years.
Yeah.
Sheesh. New York City for the first time since that weekend on May 21st, 2017. What a lady. What a night. We'll see you Saturday morning.